Joe Streeter for Payment Expert and SBC. I'm joined by Gal Ehrlich, the CEO of BETER. Gal, esports is very much at the heart of what you do. Can you just tell us a little bit more about that and how BETER is taking the game to a new level?
Esport is one of our, or we can say, our biggest growing products out of our BETER product line. We are spending quite impressively during the last few years. Esport is you can say it's a disruptive event in this industry. It's a different audience. People that started as kids watching and playing CSGO, Dota 2, League of Legends, and now they are becoming grown up. Now want not only to play that, consume that, to bet on that. This is their entertainment. We see a growing segment of players onboarding every year. And in some of our customers, we're talking only about 20%, even more, of the overall sport turnover is coming from this segment. I believe that in the next few years, we're going to see this trend of expanding their share in the overall betting market. And I think that also for us and our product, this is the right time. Okay, we're starting like 4 years ago. We managed to build the right networking. We're working, with all the suppliers in this industry to make sure that we are getting real-time data to provide the best quality product to our customers. This is going to be probably our, biggest growth engines and biggest revenue generators for the years to come.
Wow, okay, so we were actually just off the back of the pandemic where esports really experienced growth and esports betting really experienced growth. How has that helped you into this new era, into what you're offering, and have you noticed them trends be retained by consumers and esports players?
So the pandemic times was a real milestone for us in this esport development. It was like shortened 3 years of this journey of the esport development by really putting it at the high spot. Surprisingly or not surprisingly, even when the pandemic was over and all the major leagues were back, to deliver the regular content, esport is still growing. We see that it's not anymore an alternative to the lack of normal sport events, but a very fundamental set of assets that basically players are looking for.
With it becoming not an alternative, as you say, have you noticed a crossover in the audience that now bets and plays esports and watches esports?
I must say that this crossover is quite marginal. Yep. Also I tell to my customers, if you think that you can convert a football better into a League of Legends, it's very unlikely. I think that the secret here and the recipe for success is not to try to convert, but try to be appealing to this new audience. Yeah. Speak their language, design your website. Okay, we are also working with our iFriend solution that the visual language is targeting this very specific audience. Be in their social networking, find the right affiliation. It's a different segment of players. You don't need to convert. You just need to make sure you are targeting the right audience. We can see some of our customers doing it very, very well, but we can see some other customers that are very conservative. We are very old, traditional sportbook operators, and I think that it's already disruptive product. And looking 5 years or even more, companies that will not adapt to target esport customers will find themselves in a very bad situation.
Something else that accelerates the growth of esports is when the big players come together, and we've seen that with you and Bayes. BETER and Bayes have come together. Can you tell us more about that partnership and how it's helped grow your presence in esports?
We just recently extended our partnership with Bayes. Bayes is one of our key partners when it comes to esports, providing real-time data of all the major tournaments in the world. We believe that there is no other way to provide a best-in-class product if you don't have real-time data from the tournament itself. I know there are some others that scrape from other operators. We believe that this is not legal, of course, but also providing an inferior product, an inferior user experience to your customers. So we see the partnership with Bayes as a long-term partnership. We believe that this is our way. This is one of our strong USPs in terms of product provisioning. And we believe that Bayes is the right partner for us. We believe that, like ourselves, they are growing and developing their assets and their product portfolio.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about the games as well. You've mentioned a few games. What games do you believe will be at the heart of the esports betting offering, and how do different games vary?
At the moment, in the last few years, a very ultimate leader, which is CSGO. CSGO is, also geographical agnostic. It's everywhere. Yeah. After you can see League of Legends, Dota 2. I see that this trio is something like 80-90% of the overall turnaround in the operators. League of Legends, Dota 2 are more segmented geographically. They are being conceived differently in different geographies. But you see more and more content coming in. You see like Valorant, and you see PUBG. And I think that's we as a supplier, we are committed to be basically covering, to have the fullest coverage. We are agnostic to specific preference. We want to make sure that whatever you want to bet, you can find it with us. We are providing today more than 20 different esports disciplines that we have full coverage of all the tournaments, whether it's the Tier 1 or Tier 2 or Tier 3. We believe that if you want to bet at any time of the day, we should have the widest portfolio for offering. Yeah.
And obviously we've seen Twitch, seems like they are going to take a different stance on gambling. How important is Twitch to esports and potentially esports gambling as well?
So when it comes to Twitch, we are not engaged commercially with them in any way. We do stream some of our content, but only for fans to consume, and Twitch will always be a significant player. It's part of the community, part of the ecosystem. We'll find always the ways to collaborate with them, part of our social network exposure. But other than that, I don't think that these changes will have any impact on us whatsoever.
It's good to know. It'll be interesting to see how it does develop. And generally speaking now, the last 2 years have been fascinating for BETER and for esports as a whole. If I could ask you to look into your crystal ball and tell us what's ahead in the coming year for you and for the esports sector as well.
I think that what we're seeing from our customers and from the industry is a constant demand, growing demand. So we are here to expand ourselves in every dimension. We launched, in November 2021, our live casino. And on top of the BETER Sport and BETER Esports, we are looking to expand our portfolio even further. In each one of our business lines, we have quite an ambitious roadmap. We are very, very excited to see that all of our content, we have very high level of consumption. Almost all of our customers consume almost all of our content, which is quite amazing. And I see that there's still appetite for more. So yes, we want to be smart about choosing, how to diversify ourselves. We also growing geographically. One thing that we learned that players and bettors appreciate the fact that the players that are betting on are from the region. Okay, we saw very clear numbers when you're talking about we had this experience in the Czech Republic, which have Czech players versus other players. It's a very, very clear. So we are looking to expand also geographically in terms of our venues, our player base, basically growing in all dimensions.